Hi guys, my name is Cami and I'm going to show you how to paint a bouquet of marigold flowers. So first we're going to start with drawing out our vase. I chose a reference from Pinterest of a mason jar, but I'm not actually going to make it transparent in this painting. I'll draw out the stems and stuff, but I end up covering them up, so kind of ignore that piece. I like to draw out some little details here and there to kind of give myself an image of what I want my painting to look like and where I want my paint to go. I've got an image of a marigold pulled up so it can give me the basic structure of the flower. I don't copy these images directly, it kind of just helps me go, oh okay, a little swirl here, a little swirl there. As you can see, I'm not too particular about what pencil I use to sketch this part out because we want to cover as much of it as physically possible with our paint so that you don't see the strokes anyways. So I'm using just a regular old mechanical pencil because I'm going to cover it up and it's not like anybody's going to see it. One thing about the paint that I'm going to be using, it's acrylic, so it's going to be a little bit thin if I don't put multiple layers on the canvas. However, there's different kinds of acrylic paint. The acrylic paint that I use is called Deco Art Americana. It covers up as much as I kind of need it to. I don't really like to use expensive acrylics. This is me putting on the Liquitex layer. It smears my drawing a little bit, which isn't that big of a deal. We're going to cover it with paint anyways. I like to cover really big spaces with the first layer, starting with the flowers, and then I'll move on to the vase itself. I end up covering the leaves, which is fine because I already said I kind of intended on not making it transparent, or at least I changed my mind while I was painting it that I didn't want to paint the stems. Sometimes it's hard for me to paint in straight lines, but that's okay because it ends up being pretty anyways. I'm adding in little details here and there, so it kind of gives me an idea of where I want my smaller details to go. You can see I'm adding in little different colors here and there. The yellow I add into the vase just to make it look like it's kind of mirrored on there. I added in the leaves. I kind of messed up the leaf at the top. It's not that big of a deal because we can always fix it. Here's me painting the darker details onto the vase. I end up covering up some of what I did here, but it ends up giving it a little bit more dimension, I think. This style of painting has gotten pretty popular because it's so simple to do. It's pretty easy to throw together, and the coolest thing about it is you can make any kind of mistake, you can always fix it. That's what I love about art, is that it's free flowing. You can mess up, it's not ever that big of a deal. Here I'm adding in the smaller details of the petals. I like to stay pretty simple with it, just kind of outlining where I'd already drawn in with the pencil markings. I'm using orange because I think it makes the yellow pop a little bit more. I have more colors, but I'm not home currently, so I can't really add in all those guys, but this pretty much just gives you an idea of how you want the shape and the color of your flowers to look. I like to be pretty simple with the details as far as the flowers go because I've already kind of mixed in colors in the flowers anyways. There's whites, there's browns, and there's oranges in my flowers already because I was able to mix them due to the Liquitex. It makes it easier to blend things. Now I'm adding some brown to my leaves. I like to add the brown because just like, I kind of did to the flowers, brown and green, they go pretty well together, considering, leaves turn brown anyways. I just think that it kind of gives it some more definition so that you can better see the leaves, and it gives it a little bit more detail so that the leaves don't look so bland up next to the flowers. I like to add in the brown onto the vase because, the vase itself has a kind of a greenish bluish tint to it, so why not put a little bit of the brown on the vase too, considering that the leaves are green. I'm putting in more details on my vase. I have to be kind of careful about the details that I add because I don't want to overdo it because of how simple the flowers are. There's a chance that maybe later on I would add more details to the flowers, but I won't do that in this video. Just want to keep it pretty simple. Now I'm adding in the rest of the details to the flowers. I guess I got kind of sidetracked and just started doing a bunch of random stuff. I added the orange to the vase as well, just to make it look a little bit like, it has a little more color into the vase. It doesn't have to stay green. Now I'm adding some more browns into the leaves. To give it more shape, the marigold leaves are a little bit like bumpy. The leaves that I've painted out have no real, definition to them. And now I'm finished.